Hi, Leo. Welcome to your February 2016 love reading. It's Rena here. So, as we begin the month, Venus, the goddess of love, is in your sixth house of work and health and your workplace, your daily routines. And this is kind of a practical place for Venus to be. So maybe some of you might even meet somebody in the workplace. And possibly some of you will be doing things at work and you won't have time for romance, but maybe you're experiencing a lot of harmony in your workplace because Venus tends to add charm and ease wherever she lands. And then on the 17th of the month, Venus goes into your seventh house of long term relationships. So this is very good for smoothing the feathers of a ruffled marriage. I mean, you know what I mean. um, but anyway, yeah, so if you're having trouble in a relationship, doesn't have to be an actual marriage, but any type of committed relationship. And also, maybe some of you will make a commitment during February. Maybe you'll get engaged or move in together, whatever floats your boat. So that's cool. The card I picked to describe you in terms of your love life in February is the Eight of Pentacles. So I've been getting a lot of pentacles with the different signs. What does that mean? Well, it indicates a lot of focus on work and making money. And also, with this card particularly, it's about honing your craft. So it's something that is not necessarily all that romantic. And it could be that some of you are working very hard on your marriage. And as I said to another sign, I'm always slightly skeptical of working hard at relationships because if you have to really do a lot of elbow grease in a marriage, it seems to me that there is a lot of incompatibility there. And so it people think that working hard and exerting effort means something good. And to me it's like cutting through resistance. But that resistance exists for a reason. So to ignore that and just plow into it anyway and try to force things seems to me to be a rather hopeless cause sometimes. But I shouldn't say that because there might be exceptions to that rule. So, why are you working so hard? Now, the Eight of Pentacles can also mean that you're honing your craft and maybe doing something that you've always wanted to do as your life path. And so, whether it's some type of practicing like a musician does, or being an apprentice like a carpenter has to be until he or she can do things on their own, you might just be really involved in your career. But the reason that this may all be occurring is the Tower card. So maybe you had some very shocking situation, and rather than just allow yourself to get overwhelmed by the situation, you're doing something productive, which I think is actually very good, as long as you deal with it eventually and that you don't just bury yourself in work indefinitely, because that can lead to denial and not really dealing emotionally with the situation. The message from the universe is the Three of Cups. So, because you're working so hard, maybe you need to let down your hair, and even if you're bald, and really have a fun night out and call up your friends. Just do something for fun because Leo is a fun loving sign. You rule the fifth house of pleasure, enjoyments, celebrations, parties. So maybe you've been too serious lately because you've had some shock or you've had some kind of betrayal on the ultimate level, and maybe you're working a lot and you don't have time. Make time so that you can get back in this more positive frame of mind if you've been left feeling shell shocked. The advice is the Wheel of Fortune, and I think this isn't a card of action, but a card to let you know that now things are going to look up for you because I got it in the upright position. So now maybe this is going to be a turn of luck, a new phase in your life. Things are going to be better. The card that crosses you is the Ten of Swords. So this may just mean the residual energy of feeling defeated, of feeling blindsided, and like you have hit bottom. Make sure that you never allow yourself to spiral downwards. Definitely call on people that you care about and go out and find things to be joyful about. Look on the bright side of things because you will recover from it quicker if you do something like that. Not just focusing exclusively on work, but also taking time to enjoy life. And the outcome is the Page of Cups. And of course, cups relate to your emotional self and the water signs when you talk about astrology, but that energy of being open emotionally. There could be intuitive qualities that you're tapping into right now. And at the end of February, the sun goes into Pisces, and so that sort of energy is generated anyway. But the page is a youthful kind of an energy, a very innocent energy. So perhaps you are embarking upon a new course and it involves new feelings about something. And it also might relate to a message that you receive that is heartfelt. And maybe that will further get you back on that upswing because the Wheel of Fortune is looking at you. So, Leo, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you'd like something more personalized, incorporating your personal birth data, just click on the link below. Otherwise, have a great February. Bye.